In this latest edition of What the Hell Are You Talking About, we have an article came out April 4th, 2023 from Bounding Into Comics because I would much rather give Bounding Into Comics my clicks than any other foolish little website out there. Dungeons and Dragons to remove half species from player's handbook claims the entire idea is, quote, inherently racist. What? I this was a bit mind-boggling to me because it's whatever. In their latest step forward and on their long march to lost profits, boy, you got that right. Wizards of the Coast has revealed that they will be removing the concept of half species from Dungeons and Dragons Player's Handbook on the grounds that they are, quote, not comfortable including an inherently racist concept in the game. Can somebody help me understand that? I mean, I'm not sure if I really do, but that's what? Goodbye, Tanis Half-Elven. You're gone. One of the most beloved characters in the Forgotten. Oh boy, don't come at me, Dragonlance. I just watched Honor Among Thieves. Okay, I got Forgotten Realms on the brain. Tanis Half-Elven. That was his name. He is a beloved character in the Dragonlance saga. You're gone. You're not allowed. Your Wizards of the Coast does not recognize you. That seems kind of bigoted to me, but what do I know? This forthcoming update was first announced publicly at a recent D&D Creator Summit, an event where Wizards of the Coast gathered a number of notable personalities ranging from game developers to content creators and provided them with a sneak peek at Dungeons & Dragons' upcoming releases. Following a rocky start to the summit, marred by various technical difficulty issues, the publisher eventually hosted a demo of their upcoming D&D virtual tabletop, after which D&D lead rules designer Jeremy Crawford, senior story designer Chris Perkins, and studio art director Josh Herman appeared for a Q&A session with the attendees. My mouse wheel is too fast. Eventually, a post-demo Q&A turned to the topic of Wizards of the Coast, who are tanking the D&D franchise, ongoing efforts to sanitize D&D. Oh, Lord, that's a word there. Beginning with the question about how exactly the publisher makes use of their sensitivity readers. Oh, yeah. I remember that. Something came out a few years ago that Wizards of the Coast and Hasbro were hiring sensitivity readers to help work on their tabletop role-playing products in order to make, cater to those with delicate sensibilities. And I'm sorry, I've said this, I've talked about D&D many times, a few times, talk about it with my friends, my dad, my family. I've been gaming for 30 plus years, tabletop role-playing games. I have gamed with all manner of individuals from, quite literally, all walks of life, all ethnicities, all genders, everything, hairstyles, backgrounds. Oh, and not once has anyone ever felt not welcome. Ever. I mean, hell, most of the time we ridicule each other incessantly. Oh, good Lord. Sensitivity readers, whatever. Quote, we don't send everything to the same people. Oh, blah, 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 blah. Now everything is sent out. Ah, okay. We don't send everything out to the same people all the time, but apparently the old inclusion review. Different reviewers have different areas of expertise and experience. Everything gets sent to at least 2 people, sometimes more. The old inclusion review process had holes in it because they would only send out what they thought would be a problem. What on earth is not inclusive about Dungeons & Dragons? I don't know. Our team are game designers and storytellers. We're not experts in culture and inclusion. You don't have to be because you're dealing with fantasy. You are dealing with a make-believe world. You make up the culture. You make up the inclusion and what's involved. You can make a world where, like in Dragonlance, half-elves were not accepted at the time that Autumn Twilight was written, in the era that took place. So Tanis had to walk around hiding his ears. I'm sure his life got a lot better after so many stories, but you can do that in your stories and show that struggle for the character, and it's okay. It's not problematic. It's possible. It makes for good storytelling. Huh. That's why everything goes through inclusion review, buzzword. Now, so everything in our game brings out delight. Well, where's the fun in that? Some things in a video game should bring out stress and anguish and give the character something to strive for, to fight against. Even reprints are going through inclusion reviews. That's why they're not going to sell. That's why some older books are changing too. Again, how to tank your industry in 12 easy steps. Wizards of the Coast has the manual. They're writing it right now. Further elaborating on Wizards of the Coast process, the designer detail, we get full reports, we then address issues identified. Where is the fun part? Inclusion, collaboration. It keeps going on and on about that. Here's the good part. To this end, Crawford then confirmed that due to the game now having 4 elf variants, the game has had many elf variants many times in the past. Okay. 3rd edition D&D had high elves, it had wood elves, and it had drow. What makes you so goddamn special? It also had half elves. Ooh. The player's handbook will soon be revised to do away with half species. Quote, here's the fun part. Did I say that already? I don't know. Frankly, we are not comfortable. Why not? Because you're a... Anyway. And haven't been for years with any of the options that start with half. Why? Why aren't you being inclusive of the half races, of the mixed breeds? Do you have a problem with mixed breed relationships, Wizards of the Coast? That sounds kind of bigoted to me. I don't know. The half construction is inherently racist. No, your exclusion of it is inherently racist. That makes you the bigot. When you're getting rid, if you are getting rid of mixed relationships in your game, I'm sorry. I'm going to go down the hyperbolic path with this stupidity because that's what they're doing. You get rid of the mixed relationships, the mixed races, that makes you the bigot. That makes you not inclusive. You are removing options for players for absolutely no reason. Then it makes you uncomfortable with no actual explanation as to why it makes you uncomfortable. How is it inherently racist? Where's the unsurprisingly, Crawford did not expand on his accusation, and thus his reasoning behind this claim remains unknown. He doesn't have one. He's pushing a narrative. I'm going to go full hyperbolic here. Maybe not hyperbolic, but full conspiracy theory all the way. Wizards of the Coast has been trying to get rid of the old guard, essentially. The old books, the old manuals, all the old information, because the claim is the original D&D, Gary Gygax's D&D, TSR, oh, they were the bigots, they were the racists. And this seems to hold true with that sentiment, and it's disgusting. I don't know anyone who was never included, never welcome at my gaming table or any other gaming tables around me. And here's the fun part. I gotta stop saying that. I do. Despite their removal from the player's handbook, Crawford assured players that if someone wants to play those character options, they'll still be in the D&D Beyond, and they'll still be in the 2014 player's handbook. So you're making people not want to buy your new shit. Cool. Sure, they'll still be in there, but you'll hear on social media, oh, you're using the half racist? You're a bigot. You're a racist. Wizards of the Coast took that out because it was problematic. I can see it happening. Let's go full conspiracy. Why not? It should be noted that though players may still be allowed to create half characters, thanks to their removal from the core material, such characters cannot be used in an officially sanctioned event. Well, I guess I'll just... officially sanctioned event. So you're disincentivizing players to play these characters. You're removing them because they are inherently racist with absolutely zero explanation as to why you think that way. So we can just speculate. I say removing them makes you the bigot. Removing them makes you the racist. Stop taking away options. Stop dumbing down a role-playing game that has lasted since the 70s. Longer than you idiots have been alive. Hell, almost as long as I've been alive. By about a year, I believe. Oy vey. Anyway. Hasbro, Wizards of the Coast. Dungeons and Dragons, I see this as poor marketing, poor development, and a very poor future. What do you think? Let me know what you think in the comments. Leave a like, leave a dislike, do all that nifty stuff that YouTubers beg you to do, and I hope to see you on the next one.